up, my guys? We are back. This is the Juice Box. It's been a very fall-like week this week. Not mad about it. I've been loving the cool weather. See, this is the weird part about me. I like when it gets darker earlier. It's just a weird part inside me, and it's been doing that. So I've been enjoying it. Big Czar, what's up?
Yeah, fall vibes are immaculate right now, honestly. It was a pretty beautiful week when the sun was out. Sun was out today, real nice. So
Yeah.
I'm happy.
The evening skies have been
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
The
what-
one the other night was wild.
what's going on? Like
That's
it's like
wild.
you look out the window and it is literally looks like somebody painted a picture on like Windows
Yeah.
97 of
Yeah.
some sky.
Seriously.
Cotton candy skies. I tell you what.
The one the other night was just like, it was like cotton candy skies, but like golden hue with it as well. It
Yeah.
was very unique. It was beautiful.
Dude, the one, what day? It was last Friday. Quick side story. My Taekwondo teacher has to close his school because they're moving to Washington State. So he invited everyone who's ever like been a student there to come and have like one last night. It was actually really sad. But so Friday night, that's where I was. And then on the way back, so I'm driving down River Road, like right on the river, and I'm looking out. Was the most beautiful
Oh, yeah.
sky I've seen in a very,
You
very
had to
long
have like
time.
the best fucking view.
Yes. Do you guys remember Friday?
I know
last Friday night?
exactly.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
took a picture of it.
Dude, it was unreal. I
Be-
felt like I was in like a movie or something.
Dude, because rarely are you going to get me off the couch on some plop like Friday at 7. I literally went out front and took a picture because, like, I even these last couple days, I've been thinking, I'm like, I don't remember skies like this constantly in a row ever. Like, even being a child.
Do you think maybe it has anything to do with the hurricane?
Well, that's what I was
Like
thinking
aftermath of the hurricane or something? Even though we didn't get it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that, I feel like that could maybe affect something.
Because even like what's today, Thursday? Even like Monday or Tuesday, there was a nice one when I was in Morgantown. It was
Yeah.
it wasn't pink, but it was like the brownish or whatever it is. So the vibes have been fucking immaculate. And you know, my body is kind of confused because I feel like normally by now we would have had a week where it spiked back up to like 80
Mhm.
degrees.
Dude, I agree. This fall so far has been like truly
True
a
fall. A true fall.
We haven't like
How it should be.
seriously.
Agreed.
Like you can already tell it's not the heat isn't like
The humidity's gone.
it's not dragging on because if you guys have noticed like past few years like it's been hot for a long time into like late October to where we don't get a lot of leaves changing time. It's
Yeah, it's like happens like
boom
that.
and then they're dead and
Yeah.
they fall off.
Yep.
Now it's a slow burn, which I love. If you guys notice, they're slowly changing.
Slowly changing,
And it's
slowly
just very
falling.
nice, yeah.
Yeah, I think what max temp we've reached has been like 70.
It's been
Re-
I think
and,
so.
And like that's legit.
It is legit. And it's still to the point too to where like I still haven't even turned my heat on yet though.
Mm-mm.
Like I have
I
a couple
had
windows
to.
cracked. Well, I know you had to. Couple windows cracked, and then I'll just use my little buddy heater upstairs, warm it up a little bit. But I don't know. And I was corrected at the store earlier because we were kind of talking about this. I guess when it gets hotter, that's called an Indian summer.
Mm.
Yes.
So-
yeah.
Which I've heard the term. I
Mhm.
never really understood what it was. So as much as Indian summer sounds cool, it's something I really don't want to have, and I'm enjoying the fall.
Here
Does
comes
sound
the
cool.
fraud man.
What's up, fraud master?
How's it going?
Grab yourself a chair.
But yeah, I don't know. The vibes have been incredible. I've been extremely pleased with the weather, and truthfully, it's just I know it's getting dark early, but it just made me happier that it's not like super fucking hot all the time.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind it getting dark earlier. Like at this point, it's when we actually have to change the clocks that it fucks with me a little bit. But like, what's fucking with me right now is that it's dark in the mornings
Yep.
again. I'm having trouble getting out of bed.
Oh, dude. Oh, I've been so cozy this
I just,
past week. Like
don't want to get out.
I put our we had our like thin summer sheets on still, and I was like, it's freaking freezing in here. So I had these flannel sheets and like I have not been able to get out. I'm like so cozy in the morning. Teddy's like tucked into my freaking chest, and Hazel's at the bottom of the bed. And me and Angie are just like, not wanting to get up. Oh, so cozy.
Which
Love the
that's-
cozy season.
That's something I did as well. I changed the sheets this past week.
Well, we just changed ours too to our winter fall sheets.
It
Yeah.
makes it tough, dude.
Yeah.
Like that, I hit snooze way too much this morning. I will admit. Like I probably snoozed it for an hour, and I was like, I don't care. I'm enjoying this right now. Leave me alone. Yeah.
Well,
I feel
Bubba, tell us about your freaking escapade the past week.
Hello, yes. Can you see my tan?
I
have
can.
Yeah.
the worst hat tan ever.
You are extremely tan. I will just say that.
Thank you. Yeah, I was in Alabama for like four days. I think for the Talladega race. It was awesome. I can't wait to go back already, and it's a year away.
So explain what that experience is like.
It was crazier than Jambo,
Wow.
I believe that.
which people said, and I was like, okay, no, it was crazier than Jambo. Like in the infield, I envisioned it to be like just a big field, but it's like streets, and they call it where we were was called Talladega Boulevard. So you just pull we had like a little camp we rented, and then we all stayed in like a 12-person tent, like a lot of us. So we had like a bunch of twin mattresses by each other, but people built bars. Like people must have got trailers and like drove pieces of wood. They get there and they take 6 hours to build a bar. Because it
That's
was
so
like
awesome.
it
That
wasn't
is
like
so
you
sick.
have a little bar that you like. No, it was like they built a full bar with like signs, and like there was a strip club down the street. Like built platforms with poles. It was literally nuts.
So the move is
Damn.
Talladega.
Yeah.
The move is definitely Talladega.
Whoa.
Dang. I mean, that kind of just solidified me. It just moved up on my bucket list. Like I've always wanted to do Daga, but after I saw you and Joey put a couple stories up. I can't remember whose it was. I saw the wood and stuff. I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell are these guys doing? But now that makes sense. And then was it Ryan Blaney that you guys were with or that walked through
I'm
the
sure-
campsite?
Yeah, like Joey met and took a picture of Ryan.
It's so
Blaney.
fucking awesome.
And that's what they were saying. Like they were like, you have to be ready. Like I'm sitting here looking for what Joey said. I'm looking for like black SUVs or like the really nice like golf carts, because everyone has golf carts, but you could tell like if they're nice and there's like somebody dressed up in it, he's probably a driver.
Damn.
Dude, that's sick.
It
That looks
was
like
cool.
a great time.
It was a great time.
It's
Yeah.
just
I liked your snap story of you pouring out a beer on the
Yeah,
track.
because
Was that
that's
the track?
yeah. Like there's
Dude, that-
only there's like 3 ways to get across of it, and 2 of them are tunnels, and then like at night they open it up, and you're supposed to like walk directly across it, but we had a cool security guard, so we kind of like walked down
That's
and we're
so
like
cool.
shotgunning on the track and stuff.
so
Dang.
was it legitimately just like an all night party? type
It
deal?
was an absolute all night party, yeah. Which
Damn.
yeah, if you weren't like plastered, you weren't sleeping, because we had like I said, we had like 4 just on our like little area street. We had like 4 people who brought legit full bars, like had liquor, had shots, had it for donations because you probably can't charge.
Yeah.
Like had TV set up, like you sit there watch the college games and drink
What the
rum
fuck?
and cokes for 4 hours at Talladega. It was sick.
So what you guys just all throw on like a camp? You can rent campers like that?
Yeah, so like from a separate place, yeah.
Okay.
Like in Knoxville, we rented like a small camper, and we're talking about getting like more spaces next year.
And is
Try
that
to get like a bigger one?
for like is there like a shower and everything in that or how
There is, and it's like it was a pretty decent facility, like with actual showers and like curtains. It wasn't like Jambo, like there's a hose out in
yeah.
the middle.
You're
Yeah.
just out naked in just the wilderness with
Yeah,
cold
so that-
water.
So that was the day we kind of, for most days we just drank there, late till you could fall asleep, and then got up at 7:30 to shower, and then started drinking again, which I haven't done since Jambo, and it was tough.
Were you close to the finish line? Like, what I mean, like
So we were like the
straight
third
on
turn, I
wise.
believe. Yeah,
Okay.
so like right across from it down the road.
very
We
cool.
were like, there's a loophole where you can, as long as you have a student email, you can buy as many student tickets as you want. So we're like in the Alabama, like all the Alabama like kids are there, and it's like all like 11 of us or whatever. And like the first lap, they like threw beers everywhere. It was pretty cool. They were like
Oh.
shotgunning beers.
That's so cool.
So what's it like watching a race from the inside?
So like
You have to just spin in a circle the whole time to watch?
basically, so like the for the main race we went to the grandstands.
Okay,
So we were like
gotcha.
outside for that one, but like the qualifying stuff, you could walk right up to the fence. And like Talladega's, I think it's the longest track. It's like 2.5 miles.
I think it is.
So you can't see, you can only see what's in front of you from the infield. So it makes it tough, but it's like a
Damn.
whole other experience being that close to it.
So I mean, I guess they party in fucking Bama then. They throw down.
They throw down in Bama. There we met like obviously people from all over, but there was a lot of like the biggest bar. He actually went to Marshall. He was
Oh,
like an
really?
older guy.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was cool.
What are the odds?
Yeah,
You know,
I
But-
think that's the coolest thing that I'm hearing, like from the whole thing, is just that people literally built bars, put TVs up, so you're literally just in a bar.
That just got me thinking. Like, I'm surprised nobody ever did that in Valley View.
Agreed.
Like,
Right.
build a makeshift bar.
right.
Because you got to think, you got a couple guys, couple hands. It wouldn't take
Yeah,
that long if you know
no.
what you're doing.
Yeah, that was. There's the two parts that I thought were the coolest was that part of partying there, and then, so there's a dirt track and it's a hike. It's like a 3-mile like hike if you didn't get a ride. We got a ride like halfway there, and it's just up over the hill, and it's a small ass dirt track, and they like weird looking race cars run it, but they run it all night. They run it till like 3 in the morning.
so you got to see that too.
yeah, so
Oh,
we
that's
walked up
so
there one
sick.
night, and it's the coolest thing.
I can't remember what those cars are called because during the height of the pandemic, me and JT bought NASCAR and we're like trying to be
Really?
NASCAR racers.
Yeah,
And we only got to the dirt
That
part.
game is fun.
but it was like $20. You just go in there and sit. and
That'd be
food and
fun
sit.
as fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Damn.
Damn is right. Well, I mean, I guess you came back a bronze god, so
Yeah,
it looks
appreciate
like
it.
you must have had a good time.
I had a great time, but at the end, I still don't want to drink. It's
Yeah.
tough.
So what was it Thursday through Sunday, Friday through Monday?
So we went. So we didn't really know, but we left it Wednesday night, like real early Thursday morning. Got there at Thursday, and then we ended up coming home after the race on Sunday. But we were supposed to stay that night, so yeah, it would have been, early Wednesday to Sunday or Monday. I mean,
Yeah, you guys are probably pretty banged up.
yeah, we did the math. At one point, it would have been like 800 and some beers we drank.
Jesus Christ.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Let's
Yeah,
go.
If we would have drank all of it, yeah, it was bad.
Turn up, man. Well, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna set the mood. To our listeners, this is officially the first edition of Big Czar's Candles,
Yeah.
homemade candles.
Yeah.
Is
Wow.
that the company name? Did you-
I don't know yet.
Well,
But yeah, for right
That's what
now,
we'll
it's
call
a
it for
first
right now.
edition Big Czar.
pumpkin scent. So we'll light one to set the mood.
Honestly, I don't know why, but the first thing in my head, BZC sounds really cool.
What?
B-
the
BZCs,
yeah.
Big Czar's Candles.
BZCs.
Yeah.
Bubba, I made you one as well.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Very cool.
So do you want to talk about that endeavor?
Sure, I could dive into it
Yeah,
real
let's-
quick. We don't have to spend too much time on it. I don't know, dude. Like sometimes you go through rabbit holes. You know what I mean? Probably like 2 months ago, I was down a YouTube rabbit hole and I stumbled upon a how to make all natural candles video, and I don't know. I got like obsessed with it. I was like, I already love candles as it is. Like we all like candles a lot. It's a great vibe. I was like, well, I can fucking do that. I'll just make my own. So I did. I've been researching different methods and different combinations, and this past Sunday, I finally said, let's just do the damn thing.
Fuck yeah.
So the candle, the scent I was going for was like a traditional pumpkin scented candle with like a hint of chocolate coming through it. So the blend is everything's all natural in the candle. It's made with a wood wick. It's all natural beeswax from a beehive in West Virginia.
Shout out bees.
All natural coconut oil mixed in, and some all natural cocoa butter. So that's the blend of what's in there.
Very
yeah.
nice.
And then obviously the essential oils for the pumpkin scent.
Which, like, the hardest part when it comes to that stuff is just doing it. And now that you did it once, it's probably going to be one of those things when you're sitting around just like bored or whatever, and you're just gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna do this
Dude,
instead."
it's super easy too. It really is. You set up a double boiler on the stovetop, and you put your shit in there, melt it all down, mix it up, put your scents in, pour.
There she blows.
I mean, it's honestly pretty simple process, and it's fun. So
Yeah. So do you? I know we kind of touched on this a little bit. You don't have to say which ones or whatever, but do you have a couple other flavors in mind? Because I know this is the one that you wanted to do, but I'm sure you've been hypothesizing
I'm like
others.
I'm pretty particular when it comes to candle
Oh, it
scents.
smells very nice.
Like
Got a nice whiff.
I've always really just like citronella candles, pumpkin scented candles, really like my main two, and like JT brought up like a cocoa, like a hot cocoa scent would be nice. I don't get into all those ones that are like, Florida beaches
Yeah, yeah,
scent,
yeah.
or like the tides, or the.
I
I
like 'em,
want
but
to.
I
want to
prefer
get it.
those kinds.
Same.
Though, yeah.
I want to like those because I love the beach. But the fact of the matter is, like, you can't create those scents naturally, so they're not really that
Well, I
good.
tell you
Good to
what,
burn.
This is a great segue into something. Angie's birthday was last Saturday. We went up to Pittsburgh just for fun, and we met one of her friends and her fiance. And her friend was shopping for her wedding dress or whatever, so they were doing that or whatever. And then me and him picked out his suit and shit at another store, and then we finished rightfully, like you guys could imagine, like we finished way before they did.
Yeah.
So we went to their store. We didn't go look at that, like her dress, but it was a store with like a bunch of candles and shit. So we were just fucking bonding, just sniffing candles.
Yeah.
But anyway, there was this one that I've never saw before, and I loved it, but they all ripped me for liking it. It was the best way I can describe it is it was a garden scent.
Okay.
It smelled like basil and like tomatoes and shit, and I loved it. I was like, this is fucking awesome. Like, it smelled like you were just in a garden.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is I've never seen any kind of candle scented like that before. I was like, this is such like an original idea, and it smelled so good.
Yeah.
It was fire.
Which it makes you wonder too. It's like sometimes I wonder, maybe not that one because that one's a specific one, but like the waves and the ones that you said, it kind of makes you think like they just throw a bunch of shit together without a name, and then they smell it and they're like, this one smells like high tide. And
Yeah,
like, that's
like,
just how they
honestly,
name
maybe.
it.
Like, dude, one of the other scents I've always really liked for candles is like clean cotton.
Yes.
But dude, you start
Clean
researching and like,
linens.
clean linens. You start researching and like, I don't know. Brooke and I have got real into like the all natural kick lately. Like we threw out all of our candles that weren't made with all natural ingredients, because you start looking up, like you burn one of those in a room for an extended period of time and you're like breathing it in, it's fucking bad for you.
For sure.
So
Well, folk, I better
Yeah.
check out mine.
So honestly, we threw out all of our candles that were made with like paraffin wax or like, unnatural scents, and we're just on the all natural kick. And that was also another inspiration for wanting to make these myself.
That's fire,
So-
dude.
It is fire.
It's lit.
Very nice.
Shit's lit.
Made with a lot of love, like
Yeah.
you said, Jake.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too. It's like you could change up designs, colors,
Yeah.
and what a way to give people gifts. Like that's the kind of shit that I like. Of course, I'll buy people things because I'm not making stuff. But when you get a gift that like somebody put the time in to make, that means more to me
Right.
than like buying other things. So that's cool that you'll be able to do that.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I mean. I have a lot of experimentation ahead of me.
For sure.
Which will be fun. So
Hell yeah.
Excited.
Well, shout out the BZCs.
yeah.
And I'm excited for flavor in season number 2.
Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. Do
Shout out.
Do you want to? You kind of just brought this up before we started. So do you want to something about Wakanda Forever?
Oh no, yeah, no. I mean, they released the trailer. Like the official trailer is like 2 minutes long, whatever. The movie looks awesome. I'm very excited to see the movie. Now, this is touchy and hard for me to say without people getting mad, but like I just feel like the MCU is turning into just taking all its original heroes and now they're turning all into female heroes. Which, because they've revealed who the Black Panther was. Well, not who, but it's a girl Black Panther, which is fine. But like every hero is like in this next phase is just an old hero into a female version of that hero.
Yeah, which I agree, but also too, it is like that in the comic books though. Like the comic books do have all the females that we are seeing.
I know they do. I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
It's just I don't.
I did see a picture though. There's two people in the Black Panther suit. If you, I didn't actually find it in the trailer, but there's one part where if you freeze it, there is another Black Panther suit and somebody else in the suit. So I'm wondering because like to me, it's like I'm shocked. I'm just shocked they did the Shuri.
I'm shocked that they revealed it already.
And it makes me think like maybe it's not her. Maybe that's just the fill-in that they're putting there.
Right.
Because they do that with the Marvel trailers all the time.
Yeah.
They'll leave people out or put people in that's not there. So I don't know.
No, yeah, I'm excited. I think that this looks like out of what is it? What phase is it?
I think this is phase
4, whatever.
4.
After the Infinity War and shit.
Phase 4.
Spider-Man is my favorite, but I think out of all the other ones, like this one looks like it's gonna be like the best one,
Absolutely.
in my opinion. So I'm definitely excited for it. I'm just getting that sense though now. It's like every character is just turning into like a female character, which is fine. Like I love shout out, girl power and everything, but yeah, that's just my point.
Yeah, so you're basically the argument is like you kind of just want to see like new heroes.
Yeah, like it's just like we're recycling.
It doesn't need to be forced.
100%.
Yeah, it's just like recycling old characters and making them just turn them into girl characters.
I get that.
Yeah, when you could come up with or
like,
introduce an original girl character
like
that's
whole,
not
exactly.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure. And I saw Kevin Feige said that Namor, the Aquaman of the MCU, who's in that trailer, I think that's what his name is. They almost put him in the after credit scene of the original Black Panther. So it's kind of cool to know that they always planned to introduce him with Black Panther. So that doesn't seem as like forced as like, introducing some random guy in a movie.
Right.
Because we're gonna get him. There's Ironheart, who like the scene they did with her where like she's kind of like the new Iron Man. She's like very smart, and they show her like how they used to show Iron Man's face in the suit. They show her doing one of the same reactions as Iron Man when they first started flying, and I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah, it definitely looks really good. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah,
I'm not being a hater.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
but I kind of have a bone to pick with. Things are kind of getting weird, and I know they've always been this way, but it's kind of weird how the idolization of all of these serial killers when these documentaries come out. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen, everybody now is wearing the Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
Dude, he's
going
to be a huge Halloween
Did you see the picture on Twitter of like the some Instagram influencer or whatever?
The girl?
She had a leg sleeve.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
She had a leg sleeve tattooed of serial killers.
What?
Like big faces.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
I'm with you 100%. This is something that needs talked about. I hate that.
It's weird.
I hate it.
It's,
I said I wasn't. I won't watch the documentary or whatever, the show.
It's just so weird how like
I don't. I get it. It could be entertaining in some ways, but like some serial killers are like way worse than others. Like, yes, they all killed people in mass, but like the way that they did it, like Jeffrey Dahmer is it's gross.
Yeah.
And
to be honest, I don't know I don't even know who he is. Like, I know there's a show with Evan Peters, but I don't even know what he actually did. So
he killed people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, I think he like mutilated people, like put bodies in his.
He was like an experimenter. Yeah, he would like young boys or not. I guess
gross,
real young men. He would like kidnap them, take them to his apartment,
drug them.
Yeah, drug them. Obviously, do sex crimes, and then like the one dude, he was like drilling holes in his head just to see and pouring stuff in his brain, or he
Oh
had
my
like
gosh.
he had like whole heads in his like
Yeah.
fridge.
It's disgusting.
What?
He's like dismembering people and stuff.
It's just to
Like-
me.
like when you compare that to like Ted Bundy, who obviously was like, I can't even believe I'm about to compare serial killers, but like like I can't even say it because it just is stupid. But he was just killing people.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like mutilating and you know what I mean? There's a slight difference there. Killing people is wrong. I can't make this
No,
sound
listen,
good
I
in
get-
any way I try to say.
I got
it.
you here. Killing people's
At
one
least
thing.
he just killed people.
But
Yeah.
murdering people and doing a science experiment every
it's
time
just-
is another thing.
It's just like you're on another level.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's
And I won't. And I like I knew that would happen in our society. For whatever reason, like stuff that goes viral on Netflix, like is it influences like pop culture or whatever or society.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
like, I'm sure there's plenty of people wearing his glasses now and stuff like that. It's like, you think that's cool, or are you idolizing a serial killer?
Dude, I have seen so many people on my Instagram Explore page, like in the Dahmer look, and I pissed my pants because Shaq was just on Impulsive, and Logan Paul had the glasses on, and Shaq just sat down and was like, "What are you trying to dress like Jeffrey Dahmer, dude?"
Yeah.
Like just ripped him.
And then Logan tries to go, "Oh no, these are prescriptions."
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like it. I mean, I'm seeing so many people, and it's odd because yes, it's good to learn about those people. I guess, but you got the Ted Bundys of the world, like the Jeffrey Dahmers, Charles Mansons, weird people who did awful things, and then just because it's like 40 or 50 years later, people idolize these people.
It's fucking stupid too, because like you're basing it off of a show who hired an actor, who actors are generally good looking people, and like obviously they gave him style because it's a show and he's an actor. Like, do you really think the real Jeffrey Dahmer like looked that good?
Exactly. You really think Ted Bundy looked like Zac Efron?
Yeah.
But I think he was a difference though. He
Was he a smoke?
He was supposedly
Ted Bundy was supposed to be
good-looking,
a good looking guy,
and he
Okay.
was like
Bundy,
really
yeah.
smart.
because that's
Okay,
how
okay.
he got the
He
women
pi- he
to
picked up girls in a bug. What was it? It was like a yellow bug.
the V-
All right.
yeah.
Dude must have a hog. Just kidding, bad joke. But yeah, no, that's the one thing I had written down in my notes that I saw all week. I'm like, I just think this is weird.
It is weird.
And then
100% agree. With
I
you.
saw the picture you pulled up earlier. I stared at it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, this is a beautiful looking girl that literally has tattoos, a sleeve tattoo down her leg of serial killers.
Some people are just fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Who would
So
ever and
weird.
like who would ever want to like? I wouldn't be friends with a person like that,
No.
because in
I'd
the
be like,
back of
"What
my
are you
head, I'd be
doing?"
like, they must idolize them in a way. And what if she just snaps?
What if
one
she
time?
kills me?
She
Yeah.
just seems like, yeah.
Like stay the
I don't
fu-
wanna
I'd
say
stay the
mean
fuck
things,
away
but-
from her.
Yeah. Well, it's
She
so
seems like a girl that just wants
attention.
to get like a boyfriend that friggin' beats her.
She should she should try to get with what's his face then, the cannibal.
Oh,
I'm being a hater.
What's his
today,
name?
please.
I know you're
He's
talking
in
about.
the Social Network.
Yeah.
What the fuck's his
Oh,
name?
Army Hammer.
Army Hammer.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Army Hammer.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
You didn't know he
Oh,
was a
he's
cannibal?
a fucking psycho.
I
my
thought
God.
I don't know.
Dude, they just did a whole. Speaking of, I know we ripped this, but Discovery Plus has a new new series on the Hammer family, and I guess his dad, like there's a history to this.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
that's weird.
But see, what pisses me off a little bit, and here I am, I'm not defending cannibals at all, but you have the main character of this story as a family member. It's like, you really gonna snitch like that for a Discovery Plus bag? Like it's somebody Hammer. Like her last name is Hammer.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, what their family does is weird, but like, I'm not gonna fucking make a documentary about my family.
Well-
Like it's just weird.
well, here's another thing. Like you say, people are idolizing serial killers and stuff. Why are we rooting for incest in House of the Dragon?
That's true, man. That's a good point. Truly.
Yeah.
It's mythical.
It's I was gonna say it's a
It's a
fantasy
No,
show.
of course it's mythical.
Which
but
I'm happy.
it's
about.
like we're just because I'm doing it too. Like
Yeah.
I want Rhaenyra and Damon to
Yeah,
be
I'm-
together.
I'm pretty pumped about
Which
it.
I'm a what's their name? Daemira. I'm a Daemira stan.
Stan, yeah. Which I'm happy you brought that up because I saw people complaining. Like, of course, everybody complains about everything. they're upset that they didn't make Rhaenyra more thicker, I guess you could say, because I guess in the
Robust.
I guess in the story, the older she gets when she has kids, she gets bigger and uglier.
She's a thickum.
And somebody was literally complaining
Oh,
about that.
shut the
Yeah,
fuck
shut
up.
I
up.
know. It's like, dude, shut
It's
up.
made for
bro.
TV, dude. If all the characters in the original looked how they were described in the books, like Tyrion
Yeah.
is supposed to be like
Disgusting.
disgusting looking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which didn't he have 2 different color eyes or something?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Like purple.
A misshapen
purple eye or
head.
something.
Yeah.
Which I got a kick out of that because it's like it's like one of those things where, again, we've harped on this 100 times, but
Sons of the Harpy.
You're literally pulling for straws just to complain about something now, dude.
So many people like need to get over the whole. There's still so many people on the internet. They're like, I won't watch that, or that show sucks because of how the original series ended.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Like, yes, I was on the ship that it could have ended better. But like I said before, I love the Westeros world so much that I'm like so glad to be back in it again. And this show is fire.
So
Yeah.
fire.
It's so good.
The last episode did it for me. It was so good.
It was so good.
and you could tell shit's
Dude,
about to
like
get
the
good.
beginning of the episode was awesome.
Yep.
I like
Weren't you anxious?
the whole time.
whole
And that's
fu- the
exactly
whole
how they wanted
funeral
you to
thing.
feel.
I'm like, I felt like one.
It was weird, dude.
I felt like I was there.
Yep.
Which I think they wanted you to. Like they dragged that funeral on as if it was presently happening. Like, you know what I mean?
Let me
was
ask
awesome.
you guys
Yeah.
this, because I watched it twice. I'm just missing why Damon laughed.
I didn't get that
Yeah.
either.
I read something. See, like this is just people trying to dissect.
Yeah.
The one guy, not Corliss or
His
whatever, his
brother.
brother was saying how he basically was ripping, like passive aggressively ripping the Rhaenyra's kids because they weren't of the Velaryon blood. Like he was talking about the Velaryon blood and how whatever it is when they
Oh.
really don't have it because they're bastards.
Yeah.
And then I read like Damon noticed like he was talking shit, and then he laughed to like take the attention off of the kids. I just read that.
Which to me,
like,
that makes a
yeah.
lot of sense if that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because I even
Because if you rewatch
rewound
what
it.
the guy said, I can't remember what he says, but
Yeah.
he's talking about like the Velaryon blood and how it's whatever, like low key ripping Rhaenyra and her kids because everyone knows that they actually don't have that blood. in
that
them.
blood. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And that scene with all of the kids too was
Yeah,
awesome.
Great.
It was awesome.
Right?
I thought that's another
I
part.
thought someone was dying.
Me too.
I, thought,
I was so like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like I couldn't. I was jumping up. I was like, what's gonna happen? Like
I was
someone's gonna
re-
kill someone.
I was ready for somebody going even before like the episode aired. I was thinking somebody was gonna die that episode.
For sure. Which you might have known this. I know John knows all this stuff, but after the episode came out, I didn't realize that Aemond, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, Aemond getting Vagar, I guess, is such like a big thing in the story to come. So like I was excited to realize that I love that scene, and that scene like actually really will mean something
Dude,
down the road.
It means a lot because one, it's the biggest and oldest dragon that has like the most fight experience. And yeah, Aemon really becomes like I don't want to say the main character, but like he becomes badass. He's like big part to play in the whole story.
I
Like
feel
he's
like-
like the main. He's like not the main dude, but right there.
I feel like he's gonna end up being my favorite
He-
character.
He's cool looking.
Which
I
I
gotta
like
give it to him.
The preview, like the next preview, I'm like, this dude just looks like he's about to fuck somebody up.
well, after seeing him with the eye patch, seeing what he looked like, seeing the stills of him fighting Sir Christian, whatever, Cole, I think, like after I saw that in my head, I was like, okay, this dude is like I love Damon and love all them, but this guy really could be
Yeah.
better than Damon coming down the road. So I don't know.
Well, again, and I don't think this really is a spoiler, but I'm gonna say it. So if you guys think it's a spoiler, then I'm sorry, but I don't really think it is. Him and Damon, it's supposed to be parallel. Like you're supposed to feel like they're similar to each other
Okay.
because
that's good to
they are like they kind of become rivals.
Okay, that's fire, dude.
So
Yeah.
That's so fire.
you're supposed to feel that way.
What's the king's name again?
Viserys.
Viserys. Can we give it up for him? How is he still alive?
How
Yeah.
is he so
Dude,
That guy looks like Darth Vader without his mask
Yeah.
on. And now he doesn't have a whole arm.
I know. It's
I,
true.
which
I
I didn't even
low-key-
notice.
I didn't notice
I didn't
it either.
notice that he didn't have an arm.
I low key like him.
Yeah, I kind of do.
I don't
He
hate
keeps it
Viserys.
real.
Like, yeah, he does. He's
No,
just,
he's awesome,
dude. I
Viserys is
think
awesome.
he's sick. He's just like tired of everyone fucking
he's-
bullshitting
he's-
around. He's like, come on.
And but like in all honesty, like what was that episode like 4 or 5 where like he's sitting in his chambers with the hand or something? He's like what will I be remembered for? Like, am I a good king or whatever? Like, it's funny that he's even questioning that because he is a pretty good king.
Yeah.
I like.
Compared to
yeah.
a lot of the kings that we've seen, like he's a good, like decent man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Which-
he's a good dude.
He's just funny because you can tell he's just walking around thinking like, what bullshit am I about
I
to
do.
fucking deal
He's
with now?
so fed up
I-
all the time.
I think it sucks. I don't know how the show's going to play it out, and I don't really know how it plays out, but I have to assume that he dies before the actual Civil War breaks out. So I wonder how, like, what his perception of his family is going to be when he dies.
Yeah.
Like, when he's on his deathbed, does he die thinking my family's all in a good place?
Yeah.
Or he knows some shit's going to go down?
Which me and John were talking about this because I mean I feel like everybody knows the Civil War is coming. Because John's under the assumption that, which I don't want to speak for him, but he kind of thinks that we'll see the Civil War begin before this season's over, where I'm under the assumption where I don't know, because if it's planned 3 or 4 seasons, we might not see it till like mid-season 2 or even the end of season 2. So I don't know if you guys have like
I really don't know. With how much we've been time skipping, I was telling JT this the other day. I truly believe that this show, we're going to hit a point where the crazy time skips are going to stop, and it's going to hit a similar
It
pacing.
has to, right?
It has to.
Because it's
pretty
10 years again,
Yeah.
this episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure though. Well, no, I'm positive that this next like episode 8, all of the characters playing those characters are the cast
cemented.
Set.
Yeah.
Okay.
for the whole show.
So that's what I was going to say. It'll be less abrupt. You know what I mean? You won't
Yeah.
get confused by character changes or actor changes anymore. And then I think it's going to actually will hit a pace of like normal Game of Thrones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where like the story is
It is.
because technically everything I get why they're doing these time jumps, because this isn't the story they're trying to tell yet. This is all the precursor for it.
Yeah.
Like they want this show to be about the Dance of Dragons.
Yeah.
So like they're trying to like establish things and just get us there. I don't think they want to, you know what I mean? They don't want to take all this time to spend, useless years, because only so many things happen in these pre-years, which is why they like show the things that happen and then skip to when another thing happens. Like we don't need to see all the time in between when those two things happen.
Which truly, as weird as it is, I actually appreciate it.
I like it too.
Because
that's what I mean.
I don't feel like I don't think I've ever watched a show that was like that.
You know what I mean? Like you see the difference. Like the story they're trying to tell is the Dance of Dragons.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get us to that point, and then they'll
I've
slow
never
down.
like felt that it was too rushed either.
No.
Not at all.
No,
Like, I'm
where
along
and then
for the
we're
ride.
like versus Game of Thrones, the story that they're trying to tell is you're
Yeah.
telling it from the jump. Bran falling out of the tower is the catalyst to the whole story.
Yeah.
So like you
Yeah.
start, you know what I mean?
Which here's I don't know what triggered it, but I wanted to ask this: do you think Viserys telling Rhaenyra in episode 1 about the White Walkers and that winter's coming? Do you think that's going to play into anything else for this, or do you think that was just
Specifically for Game of Thrones.
exactly?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Because
Yeah.
I don't want to look anything up. But
I was under the
don't know.
impression that it's the reason it was said is because it's supposed to symbolize that information, that secret, dies in the Civil War.
Okay,
Because
that
because
makes sense.
because the information never has a chance to get passed on to the next Targaryen because they all kill each other.
wow. All right.
So
that-
you didn't think Daenerys knew that?
No, she didn't.
She
She
didn't.
definitely didn't.
Okay,
her
that makes
bro-
sense.
That's why it's such a big deal in Game of Thrones. Daenerys' brother, Rhaegar, he marries the Martell girl and they have kids. Well, then they're living their life. Well, then he like finds a prophecy. He finds the prophecy written in like old texture or scripture or whatever. And that's why he changes all of a sudden and all of a sudden starts to try to fulfill the prophecy. That's why he like leaves his wife. Everyone thinks he kidnaps Lyanna Stark when in reality he didn't kidnap her. They went and they had Jon, who's also named Aegon. Like that's what I think it's supposed to symbolize is that secret existed, but it died during that civil war to only be found again hundreds of years later by Rhaegar when he was like digging into stuff and he found the prophecy.
Got it.
So that's why he started acting different. He wanted to fulfill it.
So then,
But Daenerys never knows about that threat until fucking season 7 when Jon comes to see her for the first time and they tell her about the threat in the north. She has no clue that White Walkers exist.
So I'm assuming then the whole thing must die with Rhaenyra.
I think so.
Unless she tells one of her kids, which I don't know if she will, but
I truly think that that's why that was said in the first episode, is because it's going to show us that secret died with the Civil War and wasn't rediscovered again for a couple hundred years.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
That's my take on
Yeah.
it. But it makes perfect sense.
And I guess the part that shocked me the most about the whole episode is when Alicent cut Rhaenyra, that like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I don't get the I don't know why I keep seeing the Cersei and Alicent comparisons, because I just don't see it. Like I think Alicent sucks, but I don't see how her and Cersei are like. I keep seeing it on everything. Yeah, they
I do
both
too.
are bitches, but like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't see how they're the same yet, at least.
Yeah. Now that she has what's his face in her ear, and she knows that stuff that she says can take effect, we'll see how crazy she gets.
Which it's gonna be wild, dude. The Reds versus the Greens.
It's the blacks.
The blacks versus the Greens.
Which I didn't know that was a thing at all until like a week ago. Like,
Yeah, it's just house colors because Hightower is green.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I mean? Bloodlines.
And then fucking Rihanna and Savage Fenty dropped that fire-ass video of Olivia Cook strutting in all her new Fenty lingerie. And then Rihanna just tweets, "I'm with the Greens." It's like, damn, girl, you are smart for doing that shit.
That was really smart. Good marketing.
Very good marketing.
I missed that.
Oh, yeah, I'll show you, dude. It's pretty fire. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that episode was great. I'm very, very excited for the time jump. And I also came to the conclusion that at the rate, if they do the seasons every 2 years, that I will be like 36 or 38.
No, we don't got to do that. We don't got to do that because that is weird.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that.
Is that really what they're saying?
2024 is when season 2 comes out. And if they do it every 2.
Fuck, man.
God,
I don't want to do. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just.
But the funnier thing is the series is gonna be over before the next 2 books come out. So
I don't think. I think we're confirmed to only be 3 seasons, right?
They said 3 to 4. They don't know yet, but definitely 3. 3's for sure. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see the final episode of season 1 being like the war begins.
Yeah.
Like showing it start.
So Dukes might be right.
I think there'd be a
Yeah.
big like a ginormous cliffhanger at the end of season 1. Like maybe like Viserys dies at the very end, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think he definitely dies this season, but it could be at the very end of season 1, and then we just gotta wait 2 years for something to happen.
Dude, I was thinking he might die this next episode.
He could.
They didn't show him he's not in the trailer for it, and there's a little clip of Rhaenyra saying that whatever Otto Hightower is like the one basically in charge right now.
Yeah.
Because I think Viserys is so sick.
Yeah. I just fuck Otto Hightower. He stinks.
He does
And
stink.
2, I'm being critical now. But like some people aged and others didn't age at all.
Yeah.
Which I think I'll be like once the time jumps are done and everyone's solidified as this is their character, I think I'll get over it. But it's like Daemon hasn't changed at all. Neither has that the night guy, Kristen Cole.
Yeah.
Looks the exact same.
Which the only thing.
And then you have little nerd Akon kid who's in now
Akon?
he's little
Young
nerd
Jeezy?
Yeah.
little nerd Aemond kid who's a freaking beast. But you have freaking Kristen Cole, who hasn't changed at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
I'm being critical.
it's funny
but-
too. They've changed. Damon's changed his hair for every single wife. I saw a picture of that. Every
His
wife
ha-
he's had,
yeah.
his hair's been
His
different.
hair's changed every time jump. Too.
Yeah.
folk.
Yeah. So,
Same with Otto Hightower. He looks the exact same.
Yeah, he looked a little rough in this episode.
I don't
though.
like
was,
him. Fuck him.
He's a snake. Basically, this whole thing is he's the reason for it.
for sure.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
He,
And
he
why
really,
did-
he really is.
And little Aegon was just trying to get drunk, and his grandpa just starts dragging him across
Yeah.
the ground. I'm like, dang,
Dude, and what about that window? That window scene, Joffrey or what's his face?
Tommen.
Tommen jump out and Aegon whacking his yang out of that same window, bro.
Someone-
crazy.
someone-
seen some things.
Yeah.
Someone said Aegon looks like Finn Wolfhard
Dude,
with
he-
blonde hair, and
that's
I
exactly
can't
who he
unsee
looks.
it now.
That's exactly who he looks like.
I think somebody made the tweet, or he could have tweeted it, but Finn Wolf posted 2 pictures.
Finn Wolf.
What's his name?
Finn
Wolfhard.
Wolfhard.
I just thought that was
I
funny.
like Finn Wolf. He tweeted like, "Quit sending me this," and it's just like a picture of him with
Because
blonde
they,
hair.
they do look a lot alike.
Dude, in fact, they looked so much alike that like during the episode this past weekend, I kept telling Brooke,
You were
I was
thinking
like,
it was him.
no, I wasn't thinking it was him, but like I kept looking at the actor in the show, and I was like, you know what? I think I've seen him in something else. Like, what's he in? And I was looking on his IMDb, and I was like, I guess I haven't seen him in anything. And then I saw one of those tweets today, and I was like, that's why I thought he looked familiar.
Dude, he
'cause
looks
looked like
just like him.
Which I told JT I got so excited, but obviously the time and the age wouldn't match up. But when I first saw Eamon as a kid, I was like, dude, that's the kid that plays
Yeah.
the kid from The Veil, like in season
thought
2,
it was
season 3. I
Robin
was like, it
Aaron.
looks just like Robin Aaron with blonde hair. But obviously the age didn't match up. I got so excited. I really thought it was
cool.
him.
Yeah. Yeah. We could just go on and on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I have
Jump into
another,
it.
well, I have another thing.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Another show I watched called Entergalactic. Well, one, I didn't realize it was for Kid Cudi's new album.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
So, like, his album is called Entergalactic, and he released the show to, like, pair with his album. And he
Okay.
played the music in the show, which is a fucking awesome
Is it a
idea.
show or a movie?
Well, it's a show, but it's all put together.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the show was awesome. It was like Into the Spider-Verse animation, and it was just kind of like just this dude in the city who like makes he makes comic books and just chilling with his boys, and it's like a love story.
Hell
Just
yeah.
basic, kind of like what Love Life, that show.
Great
Actually, the
show.
exact same kind of vibe.
Great show.
Like exact same vibe. But it was so cool. Like Kid Cudi voiced the main guy, and Ty Dolla $ign was like another guy, and freaking Macaulay Culkin was one of their friends.
Really?
Timothy Chalamet was a main guy in it.
Dude, Timothy Chalamet is everywhere, man.
Dude, it was it was such a good time. I watched it Sunday, and then I listened to the album. I've been listening to Kid Cudi all week.
Oh, so the album's out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Kid Cudi was on today's episode of Hot Ones actually
Oh.
to promote it.
Hell yeah.
I watched it.
I'll have to check it
I'll
out.
check it out too, but I highly recommend watching it. It's an hour and a half.
Well, because you texted me about it. It was
Dude,
early.
the vibes were just immaculate.
You texted me at like 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. And you were like, I just watched the show Intergalactic. I'm like, damn, son. All right.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then I listened to his album, and I feel like his music's kind of that vibe. Just makes me want to like smoke and like stare at the sky.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I was like, dang, this is just fire.
Nothing
Like,
wrong with that
I
at
used
all,
to
man.
love. I liked his old stuff a lot.
I just noticed your shirt, JT. Did you know they're coming to West Virginia? Did you see that?
Jake sent me that.
We
It's
have to
3
go.
We have
days
to go.
before my birthday.
Oh man,
We should go see the Savannah Bananas in
What a
April.
Play where?
Charleston.
Oh.
They're playing at the Power Park or whatever
that's
it
a
is.
nice park.
It's a very nice park.
I'm down to go see the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, I'm so in.
If we want to take a trip.
Sounds like a nice trip to
As
me.
soon as I saw it, I was like, dude, this is like 5 days before JT's birthday. This is definitely what we're doing. I didn't see what day of the week it was, though. But I guess that doesn't really matter.
I'm sure, yeah.
But yeah,
Do we want to just
do it.
dive on in? I was late to the poll, I was late to the clip this week, so we'll have a winner. later on. I don't have the winner right now. Yeah, but so you guys know the drill. I'll ask a question, put a poll on Twitter, vote for whose favorite is the favorite. Jake, what is your favorite Tom Hanks movie?
Why don't start with somebody else this week? Because didn't we talk about that last week?
Or should we,
We
do?
talked about doing a wheel spin.
All right, let's do the wheel
Yeah,
spin.
yeah.
Keep talking until I get a
Nice.
wheel spin up here.
So when
I should just be able to Google.
Let me
a
pull
wheel
up Tom
spin.
Hanks filmography because I don't have a backup.
well, because he made that statement. I feel like this week or last week.
Yeah,
what
last.
he said. 4 of his he only thinks 4 of his movies are good movies.
Yeah.
Which of course you
We'll
know.
see if we'll get them all.
Yeah, I mean,
Who brought up? Was it you that said he was overrated?
Yes.
Okay. When I started going through his
That was me.
filmography, I was kind of like, yeah, he might be a little
Yeah.
overrated.
Yeah.
He
It's true.
honestly might be.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of his movies made a lot of money, but when I was going through them and for personal taste, I was like, I really only like a few of those.
Yeah. So I got the wheel. The 4 ready to go.
Spinner.
I'll spin this bitch. Wait, I'm gonna screen record. Yeah, that's what. Maybe I'll do it.
We trust
maybe,
you.
maybe I'll put it on
Yeah,
the
we
clip.
trust you.
Maybe
we have
I don't.
integrity here
Whatever.
at the Juice Box.
Just
I was
let it
thinking
fly.
maybe I could put the little thing on the clip, but anyway.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah, that'd be
cool.
cool.
So the wheel is spinning.
Do-do-do.
Where will it stop?
Jake.
Well, I guess my favorite Tom Hanks movie's got to be Toy Story.
You son of a
Oh
bitch.
man.
Yeah,
Good
I
answer.
I
That's
mean-
a great answer.
Toy Story for me is just like my childhood. I feel like, and when I think of Tom Hanks, I think of Toy Story. I mean,
Yeah.
that just as simple as that.
Yeah,
He's,
he is Woody.
he is Woody, and I
be Woody.
fun fact in preschool. Shout out Mrs. Tony if you're listening. If if you want to tune in, but
If you're still alive.
yeah, if you're still alive, my whole first year of preschool, I carried around a Woody doll with one boot because the other boot was cut off, and she let me carry it and have it in my shirt all day for a whole year. I couldn't
Nice.
go anywhere without my Woody doll.
Nice.
So like, I love Toy Story. Toy Story for me is definitely when I think of Tom Hanks, I think of Toy Story.
It's an all timer.
Yeah,
How about of all time?
how about of all time?
All right, we'll spin her again. What if it goes in the same order?
That
I'll actually be annoyed if it does.
if it does, then we just have to do it this way from now on.
Bubba.
That was close too.
Oh my god.
Okay, so yes, I realize that I haven't seen a lot of Tom Hanks movies, but I've said on here I'm a big Stephen King guy, so I'm going to go with The Green Mile.
Oh, that's a
because
good one.
Stephen King wrote the book.
It's a good
Yeah.
one.
That is a good one.
I say that's a good one, but I don't think I've ever watched
I've
it.
never seen it.
I've seen parts of it, but I know it
I-
gets
yeah,
a lot of accolades.
yeah,
I
same,
watched
like
it 2 days ago.
Was
Wow.
it good?
Yes, it was pretty good.
All right.
Not bad.
The Green Mile. Let's see, Czar.
Oh my god, this is actually hysterical.
Oh, it's
Oh,
me.
fucked it
It's
up.
always one.
Fudge.
Going with the Polar
I
Express.
knew it, dude.
I got to. I got to. I'd be lying if I picked another one. Polar Express all the way. Immaculate vibes. No, listen, I loved Santa Claus. I love Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Great Christmas movie. But nothing gets me more in the Christmas spirit than the Polar Express. So I'm
Love
going
it.
with the Polar Express.
Love it.
You gonna spin for me or no?
Spin
okay,
that
it's
bitch.
just me. It's
DJ,
just, it's just
spin that
Czar.
shit.
Does it
Let's
spin?
spin it.
Oh yeah, it spins at least.
What if you lose?
Yeah. What if it?
What if it hits that little white line?
Boom.
Okay, it's my turn. I'm so glad no one picked this because it's an easy one for me. Saving Private Ryan.
That's a great,
Great
one.
movie.
fantastic movie. I watch it all the fucking time.
And
Love
we
that movie.
and all good answers. We have a fifth from Tiggy Nation. He will just be our runner-up. He's not going to be in the poll because
me
it's
guess.
not going to work.
Let me guess his.
Yep.
Captain Phillips.
No.
Mm.
Started with the same. It starts with the same letter though.
Castaway.
Catch me if you can.
Oh,
Oh,
catch
yeah.
me if you
So
can.
that-
Tiggy Nation's
Is,
on.
is
with Catch Me
Cruz
If
in
You
that
Can.
one?
No,
Oh.
Leo.
it's Tom Hanks
Oh.
and Leo. That was actually a backup for me.
I love
was,
that
It was gonna
movie.
be Catch Me If You Can. Tom Hanks. Here's the only Tom Hanks movies I like: it's Catch Me If You Can, Saving Private Ryan.
Saving Private.
I-
Savings right.
Ryan's
Shit.
Privates.
I like Forrest Gump.
Forrest
despite
Gump's a
some
good
I
movie.
do too.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say the big one, but yeah, I
Yeah.
like Forrest
I
Gump.
enjoy
Agreed.
Forrest
Those
Gump.
three and Toy Story, and I think I'm forgetting one other one I
Castaway?
like by him. I don't like that movie.
You don't like Castaway? I'm trying to
I don't
think.
like Captain Phillips either.
He was all. I mean, listen, I love the Elvis movie, but JT nailed it on the head. He was awful. in
He
the
was
Elvis movie.
honestly
Yeah.
trash.
Is
Oh, I
that
know the other
I'm the
one.
captain now, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
That's-
like that movie.
Look at me.
Look at
A League of Their Own.
League
He's
of
the
Their Own.
coach of the girls
Yeah.
baseball team.
I've never seen that.
Dude, that's a
movie.
really good movie. Really good movie.
Shout out Tom.
So my theory is finding some truth behind
It is. I would have to agree.
Yeah, I mean, it was just funny. I mean, we talked about that before that quote came out, right? The
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks stuff.
It came out like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, listen, everybody's listening to us.
it's true.
Because I said it, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, Tom Hanks is like,
Yeah.
"Well, I don't have that many
Literally,
good movies."
He said it about himself. He
Yeah.
agreed with us. He listens to the
I
pod.
wonder
Yeah, I
which
agree.
ones he would say.
Me too.
That's the only thing he
Me
didn't
too.
Did
say.
he say 4?
4.
I would say Saving Private Ryan,
Okay.
Forrest Gump,
Okay.
probably Castaway. If I'm only naming 4, this is
Yeah,
hard.
it's
actually.
tough.
hard.
That's what I mean.
Because
'Cause- no. Take Castaway out. Toy Story. And then Captain Phillips got a lot of praise,
it
didn't
did.
it?
But see, people forget, dude. Castaway.
People be forgetting.
People forget this. Castaway was the first movie put on DVD.
Really?
Really?
I'm 97.8% sure
Well, let's ask the Google
that
machine.
Castaway was the first DVD movie.
I
Wilson!
know that Saving Private Ryan set records. It was like the biggest movie of that year. I think it came out in 99.
See,
99, I
I-
think.
I thought
I-
that's when Toy Story
I was
came out.
saying thinking 7, but
Maybe 97.
99
first-
was
I
Toy Story.
just had his
The
filmography.
first
up.
movie on DVD is not Castaway,
What is it?
but it's the same vibe. Same vibe. It's Twister with Bill
Oh.
Paxton.
Oh, fuck.
Twister.
No.
I like that movie.
That's a
didn't
good
think-
movie.
It is a good movie.
Saving
got the
Private
same
Ryan
girl
was
in it.
98.
98.
98.
It's got the same main girl in it. Maybe that's what you were thinking.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. I know one of the first movie I watched on Blu-ray was Strangers.
Whoa.
Strangers.
You ever seen Strangers?
I've not.
Don't watch
It's
it.
scary.
It haunted me
I'll
for
give
a
you the
while.
gist. Give you the
Let's
gist.
What
get
about the Da Vinci Code?
Whoa.
Did he win awards for that?
I forgot. Dude, I love the Da Vinci Code.
I've never seen it.
I've never had either.
I've never seen it
Da
either.
Vinci Code will fuck. The Da Vinci Code will make you think, and then you're like, nah. Like, but while you're watching it, you're like, oh, this kind of could make sense a
And
little
he's
bit.
in
I like movies like that.
Yeah.
wait, he's in it, right? No. Band of Brothers? No.
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 I'm thinking Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Oops.
Very
Shaving-
similar vibes.
Yeah,
Same
very
war.
similar vibes.
Shaving Ryan's Privates.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically Strangers is just a movie where a couple goes and stays in a cabin and these people torment and slaughter them in masks.
See, I don't like that.
I don't normally
Nobody lives, no one survives.
I think part of me
Probably one
says
girl,
no.
what's that term
Part of me
called?
says they get killed at the very end.
I always
Final
find
Girl
that
or whatever.
movie just like a little amusing where like, because I can remember the trailer for it where like they just look out the window and like the 4 people in masks are like just standing out there.
yeah.
I always
Ew.
find that funny. Like, if you had a gun,
Yeah. I know.
you just
I know.
just
It-
end them.
That movie was the first Purge mask before the Purge mask.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I remember, I mean, it's just so funny the things you remember. I watched that movie for the first time on Blu-ray with Dallas, junior year of high school, the week that we got canceled for wind
Yeah,
chills.
Right.
And I remember it being like -25 outside, and we watched that in my basement. And Baz from Animal Kingdom, Scott Speedman, is the main character.
What a name, Scott Speedman. No
Yeah.
way
Is,
that's his real name.
It is. Dude.
No way.
Are they remaking Strangers or coming out with a TV show about it or something?
I feel like a second one
Or,
came
yeah,
out.
something like that.
Play something off Strangers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a fun fact. I mean, do you guys remember what your first? I mean, I know it's hard, like VHS, DVD,
God.
Blu-ray.
Probably Small Soldiers.
Dude,
Okay, that's a good one.
I
'Cause
still own that on VHS.
Because I got it for my birthday one year, and it
Small
was sick.
Soldiers.
Hell yeah.
I definitely wouldn't be able to remember my first VHS, but I'm
Me
sitting here
neither.
trying to remember my first DVD.
I know no, because that doesn't seem right.
I know what you were gonna say. You were gonna say one of our first VHSs.
No, I was gonna say one of our first DVDs, but then I was like, that was like 2004.
If
So
I had to guess, I'd say one of my first DVDs was an Adam Sandler movie.
Okay,
one of our I was gonna say Gridiron Gang.
Gridiron Gang.
That was one of our early DVDs we had. I don't know about the VHS. I mean, we had Small Soldiers. That's a great movie.
I just remember the second Rugrats movie was an orange
Yeah.
VHS tape.
Yeah.
I
I
fe-
always liked when they were different.
Dude, we
Yeah.
had like all the old Disney movies on VHS.
Yeah.
Like we had Jungle Book, The Lion King,
Bambi.
Tarzan, Bambi, all that shit.
Great. What do you guys think of the
Great.
new Mufasa movie? Do we like
I
that?
don't
I didn't
know.
see this.
Yeah,
they're coming out with the Mufasa
So
movie.
like a prequel.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if I like it.
In what, the live action style?
Yeah, I believe.
Actually,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if I like it, if I'm being honest, but I forgot about that until just now.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
I
it.
just feel like that's one of those things that you don't touch, you know?
Yeah, it's like
But I guess it's anything. They're trying to make money.
everything's getting milked
Yeah.
now. Like just keep adding stories, backstories
Yeah.
to everything.
There was a Stranger sequel that came out in 2018.
Okay.
Mm.
Which I didn't watch it.
Nah, probably wasn't worth it.
No, but really I know I've talked about it on here, but one of my favorite groups of movies is all the Purge movies are very good when you watch those in order.
Yeah.
I
They're
heard
very
I
good.
heard Hocus Pocus 2 was not good.
I saw it, so I can speak on it.
Speak on it.
Speak on it because I'm not watching that bitch Bette Midler.
The movie had good comedy. The comedy in it was good. A lot of laughable moments. The plot kind of sucked.
All right.
And that was about it. Like the actors were fine. Everyone played their role fine. Like I said, like there was a lot of funny stuff. The plot just was kind of
Okay.
So that's really my only gripe with it.
Because I saw mixed reviews on Twitter. Like I saw people being like, "This is great," and then I saw a lot of people saying how it's basically the same movie.
I mean, it's a little. I don't want to spoil
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It ends. It ends in redemption, which I don't like,
Okay.
and also it leaves the door open for another sequel. Fuck. It's like they basically throw it at your face that there's gonna be another one, which I don't think it's necessary. I don't think the movie has a lot of rewatchability. Like I could rewatch the original one over and over and over again. I wouldn't find myself rewatching this one. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah.
I might watch it again a few times, but I don't know. Good comedy though. It really does. It has some really good comedy stuff in it. So that's my
Comedy.
takeaway. That's
Comedy.
my takeaway.
The worst spin-off thing I just saw. No, none of you watched Cheers, right?
No.
The show?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen Cheers.
Did you ever watch Frasier?
No.
So they're
But yeah,
making
didn't they bring Frasier back?
they're making a new spin-off of Frasier,
Yeah,
which is a
heard
spin-off of
about
a
that.
spin-off in the 70s.
Yeah.
He has to be like 90, right? I mean,
He's
obviously,
gotta be
obviously
older.
not, but he has to be old.
Who's that? Kelsey Grammer or
Yeah,
whatever?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Which I'll be honest with you. I didn't realize that the show. I mean, I've heard of the shows. I didn't realize there were spinoffs of each other.
Yeah, Frasier is a character in Cheers.
Yeah.
Which I had no idea about that.
Fucking, did you know Woody Harrelson was in Cheers?
Yeah.
Like a young Woody Harrelson.
And his name is
Really?
Woody.
Yeah.
Which again, speaking of Woody Harrelson, so bummed they're remaking White Men Can't Jump.
Dude, don't even get me started.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm bummed. Like that's
Yeah.
one of those movies that's like,
They-
It
dude,
but
does not need
yeah,
remade.
like, I
It's
just
so
don't-
good.
Yeah, like why? Why do you need to remake that?
It's
Like
such a good movie. I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
And that is a rewatchable movie anytime, any place, whenever.
Yep.
It's incredible. Woody and Wesley Snipes, dude. Let's go.
It's stupid, dude. Like we've talked about it before. Like we get into this all the time with Hollywood that just keeps wanting to do these remakes. I not.
It's like
we
think of
talked
something
about
else.
it with we talked about it with Ted, with blah blah blah, and like the reasonings why. It's just so lazy to me.
It is lazy.
And it's just like, oh, well, we want to get that story to a younger audience. Okay. Show the fucking movie to a younger audience.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ, you don't need to remake it.
Which it is trash. Again, I get why they did it, but like it's kind of ass they put Avatar back in the theater too. I'm pretty sure it went back to number 1, which I get it because the first one and the second one, there's such a giant gap. But it's like people don't need to see it in the theater. Just
Right.
watch it somewhere else,
Right.
you know?
I don't know. I kind of liked how they re-released it. I didn't go see it,
Yeah.
but I thought it was kind of cool because I guess, well, one, like when it originally came out, like it was already groundbreaking CGI for the time.
For sure.
You're like, holy fuck, this is crazy. But I guess they like revamped a lot of the CGI.
Yeah.
So
I guess
it
that
may have
changes
looked
things.
even better. But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I didn't go see it. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Just because, like, it's been, like you said, it's been so long, and some people, like kids and shit, don't even remember when the first one came out.
Yeah. It's a
They
good
see
point.
this movie's coming out, and they're like, I don't even remember the first one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
At least they didn't remake it.
For
At
sure.
least it's still the original.
100%.
Yeah, I like, not that I ever go fucking watch them, but I like when they do like little limited re-releases,
The
like
flashback thing.
or like they
Yeah.
put all the Lord of the Rings movies back in theaters up at the Highlands recently, probably because the show was coming out.
Which, dude, I'm not a Lord of the Rings guy, so like I've just heard so many bad things
The
about
show's
the sh-
ass.
Really?
Is it really ass?
It's just I can't get into the story, man. Like I said, like visually, you could tell why the budget was so high. Like things look fucking sick. I just like the story's not doing it for me.
It just makes me.
It's just tough. Maybe if it
sad.
came out during its own time, but with it being out at the same time as House of the Dragon, it is not. The story is just like House of the Dragon is just knocking it out of the park. So obviously my attention's going to go towards that.
Yeah.
And even honestly, like Andor being out right now too is way better.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. I'm literally only like 3 episodes in, and I keep losing. It keeps losing my attention. I will finish it, but
Spin it back.
so far I'm like it's just, and yeah, it's getting a lot of hate online. So
Damn.
Hashtag mad online.
Things we hate, dude. Do you hate anything?
Oh, always hate stuff. So
That's right.
things I love this week are the weather after spending, almost a week in Alabama.
Full circle, boys. Full circle.
And that Ogilvy Fest is this weekend too. I'm glad
Yeah.
about that.
I'm happy. I haven't been to it in a while, so I'm
Things I
happy.
hate. Sleeping bags, tents, air mattresses, everything that comes in a bag
Yeah,
that's airtight. How the fuck does anyone get that shit back in the bag?
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah,
It's
When
so
you go
true.
camping, like 9 different things come in a bag, and you have to somehow fit them all back in the bag when you leave, and it's a crapshoot.
impossible.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
they-
Why I get it for like storage purposes, but
Yeah.
why make the bag so damn
Can
small?
you give me 2 inches?
Yeah, like make them a little bit bigger.
It's funny. They don't take into account like they put them together with machines, and they just think us dumb people are going to be
Yeah.
able to put it back. Just
Air
as well.
mattresses are like the worst.
Yeah.
I hate
You-
folding
hey,
back up an air mattress.
You don't want to know what I do to resolve all this? Just don't put it back in the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Just ball it up.
I get yelled at if I do that though.
Yeah,
Does anyone else hate anything?
I do. For some reason, everything that I hate comes back to the Dollar General. I don't know why, because I go to the Dollar General by my house like a lot.
It's not a real happy place. in there,
Not
the
like
Dollar General.
exaggerating. Like I go there a lot. I just don't understand how people can't figure out how to work a self checkout.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Actually.
And people like they freeze it up, and then you see them. It's the same thing, and then they just turn around.
You know what's the worst?
They're like looking for help. They're like, and then there's a fucking big error message on. They're like, I tried to scan it and it just won't scan. Like just shit. And I'm like, dude,
dude,
like, this is 2022. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I know people like to be old school and do things the old way. Back in my day, we had to get checked out by an actual human. But like, just it's not hard. You scan your shit, you hit pay with card, you insert your card, you leave.
I
It's so
agree.
easy.
I was at CVS, and actually Sith was with me, so he can validate this story. and I was using the self checkout, and there was another person next to me using the self checkout, and the CVS ones talk to you, and she had an error message kept popping up, and she's like, it kept saying, help is needed. And she just kept looking around at me, and so she's like, I don't need help. She's like, I don't know what's wrong with this machine. And it just kept saying, help is needed. And she just kept turning around being like, guys, I really don't need help. She just kept saying it over and over again. And it was like, finally, someone worker walked up. She's like, looked at the worker. She's like, I really don't need your help, but this thing just keeps saying help is needed. And it's just like, it can't respond back to you in a different thing.
Right.
She's talking to it like it's a human. And it's just not. It's just a machine.
I saw the worst standoff with one of them machines. It was at a McDonald's. The McDonald's ones are bad. It's always older people, and you expect to get waited on at McDonald's, and they just don't understand the machine. And like the workers were busy, and they were like actively not paying attention to these women, and they were like, is anyone gonna help us? And it's like, oh my god,
dude, I know. It's crazy.
What about did you guys see the video of the axe guy in McDonald's in New York City?
I'm not sure.
Oh my god. So this guy, like, like fights in restaurants or whatever, he just fucking pulls an axe out of his bag and just starts swinging and breaking everything. He's smacking people in the head. And then he was interviewed, and he was just like, I should be praised. He's like, I didn't pull a gun out. He's like, I pulled an axe out. He's like, he's like, at least I can do some damage with an axe. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Jeez.
Yeah. So that dude, nothing better. Again, I hope I'm never in those situations or around those situations, but nothing better than the late night fast food lobby fight video.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. But
this smells incredible.
Yeah, it does.
After burning it, like, just smell that. It really released all the scents.
I'm pretty happy with this scent.
You should be, man.
It smells like I could just eat this. Honestly.
Eat her up.
That's the cocoa butter in there.
Yeah.
Which I love cocoa butter. But what were you going to say?
Can I quickly give my favorite beer?
100%.
And
Oh,
let
yeah.
everyone judge me because
Yeah.
no one else would choose it. And I've said it on here before. My favorite beer is the Midday Dive Bar beer. I think it's better than any other beer.
Like a daytime?
Yes, and I do it a lot less because I don't, drink in the week anymore, obviously. But like I envision it as there is no stress with that beer. Like sometimes, like the tailgate beer is great, but the first few are hard to get down. It's 7 a.m. Like the first get there on vacation beer is also like can be stressful because you just drove 12 hours.
Agreed.
The midday dive bar beer, there's no stress. It's
I
you
like
and
that.
old men. It's dark in there. There's tunes playing. It's like slower old music. You show up the right place, you probably buy like one beer and then you're hammered because you get like 10 bought for you. It's my favorite. And
That's a great point.
you have like the whole day ahead. You don't have anything going on. You know what I mean? The possibilities are endless after that.
Yeah.
It's my favorite
do
beer
like
in the world.
That is a good beer.
I do like that.
Not
beer.
even argue that one. And truthfully, that's one I didn't even think about,
Yeah.
if I'm being truthful.
Yeah. Well,
Good answer.
It's a good answer. Well, boys.
Well, Bubba, we didn't even get to tell you because you weren't here last week. Me, Angie, and Jake are making a spur of the moment trip to NASCAR this weekend
Really?
down in Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Hell yeah. There
Me
you
and
go.
Angie were laying in bed
Hype.
2 Saturdays ago. I've been wanting to go. Well, you inspired me because you were going, and I was like, I want to go to one. And I looked at the schedule, and I was like, this one's in Charlotte in 2 weeks. And I was like, do we want to go? And she's like, let's fucking do it. So we literally laying in bed just bought them right then and there.
Hell yeah.
And I'm excited.
Awesome. I'm excited to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Take earplugs.
I've heard
The
that.
Charlotte one is loud. Like
heard
it's
that.
louder than the other ones.
I didn't think about that at all, actually.
because we didn't wear them for
Well,
Talladega, but
This
I
one,
did go to the Charlotte one, and it was painful.
this one's the road race. I don't know
like
if
the road
that
Yeah,
course.
it might
would-
not be as bad.
Yeah.
might not be as loud,
Yeah.
but I'm just excited. Been wanting to go to one. It was very spur of the moment, but
Hell yeah.
we'll have to do a big group one.
Yeah, no,
For
dude.
sure.
I think it'd be very fun to do like Talladega.
Yeah. I think we have to.
Like everybody just
We all-
because-
I mean,
yeah, I'd like
they
Like the
Daytona-
whole
I
Jambo
just
crew
w-
just go there.
It's probably expensive, but well, maybe not. Daytona 500 is just like I feel like a must too.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
on the list.
for
Definitely.
sure. Well, because you can do the infield stuff like
Yeah.
Daytona. I
And you
believe,
can do
too.
a whole like beach trip out of that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Just go on the weekend.
Well, boys, next week is episode 150, which
Wow.
is insane.
In the membrane.
This week will be 149. Next week will be 150. Hopefully, we should have a little surprise for us that we'll get the. Hopefully, we'll be eating in the beginning of the episode. And yeah, I'm very, very excited. And
Eating what? I zoned out. What are we eating?
Pussy. I'm kidding.
what do you mean? What are we eating?
Come
what
on.
we've been talking about all week.
Come on.
Who we've been DMing back and forth with.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Someone
Sorry,
give
guys.
this guy coffee.
Sometimes this guy.
I
Holy
know.
fuck.
I zoned out. I get in my own world. JT land, I call it.
But yeah, it's 150. I'm excited. I'm honored, and I definitely will be drinking for that one.
Yeah, I'm
because it's
down.
the WVU Baylor game.
Oh, extra
yeah.
down.
I've
Fuck.
yeah.
I'll be there.
Are
Oh,
you going to
I
the game?
forgot this all lined up. God damn.
Wait, that's
Yeah, so I won't be here.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, maybe
we have to figure it. We'll
maybe
yeah.
we could do it. We could do it Wednesday. I just don't know about
I
the
could.
nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Don't
donuts.
don't play if they can only do Thursday, then I'll
No,
just
I mean,
have to
I'm
miss.
saying if you don't care about the nuts, then we could do Wednesday, and then Thursday we could just do hits and picks.
Well, I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we should.
I'd rather have all of
What-
us for one.
Well, let's wait. It's not a secret, is it?
I mean, it's not like it's a secret, but I don't want to say it's going to happen and then it not happen.
Right.
No, I'm not going to say it. But maybe we could see if Wednesday.
Well, no, he specifically told me that day.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they have an event.
Yeah, they have an event.
Okay.
That way they'll be fresh.
That's fine. I
Got
don't
it.
care.
Well, let's just do Wednesday then.
If
That
you
way we
promise to just like save me one.
can- yeah,
Because
for sure.
I'll eat a stale donut. I don't
yeah.
care.
So yeah, because I want us to all do 150
Oh, shit.
together.
Yeah. But like, won't they want us to do it on? Isn't that the whole point?
Yeah, but we can still save him one. Oh yeah, that is
To record with them.
that is true.
I thought that was the point.
I mean, really, the only
This is so funny.
this
right
is
now.
funny. I mean, I don't care. Well,
I
Yeah,
don't care
we're
either.
hashing this
Let's
out on
hash it
episode.
out.
the only other
We could record and then do it and then us three could come Thursday and film ourselves eating it.
We could do that.
yeah, that is true. Yeah. Well, I was also
And
going
then
to
we
say
can save one. Yeah, we can do that.
the only other thing that I could think of is just still recording Wednesday, saving them, and then we could record early Saturday, but it would have to be super early because I'll be up at the cabin for Neil's wedding, but I could do it early in the morning.
I see what you're saying.
Ma-
And eat the donuts then.
yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is it's a tough shake because they won't be fresh.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
we'll
Yeah.
talk about it.
Let's
This is
sign
actually-
off.
But,
that was electric.
Yeah, that was
honestly.
electric. All right, well, guys, make sure to follow me, Twitter, Instagram, @JuiceFisherman. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I'm very happy, of course. This is episode 149, but I am so excited and looking forward to episode 150. That's just such like a massive milestone for me, and it just makes me honored. And I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited to do it. So, looking forward to that as well. So, yeah, I'll see you later.
Yes, I agree with everything you said. You can catch me at John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. That's John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. I'm on the Juicebox Podcast Twitter. That's at the Juicebox Pod. That's at the Juicebox Pod. Follow us on Facebook, the Juicebox Podcast. We are not the Diabetes, the Juicebox Podcast.
Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider. Follow me on Instagram at @Harry Slider.
Yes, I'm only available for comment on Twitter. Twitter handle is @JuiceboxZar. That's JuiceboxZar. That's ZAR.
Z as in zebra, A as in apple, R as in Reebok.
Don't get it twisted.
Bye-bye.